here's another one for Auburn. After watching Demarcus Riddick on Saturday,
which was
first
a
off,
freak of nature out there.
How in the world he hasn't been on the football field for Auburn University up to this point will make you scratch the hair out of your head when you watched him on Saturday. Am I missing something?
Oh, man, I couldn't believe it.
But for whatever reason,
after play,
the culture around Auburn, we used to brag on Nick Saban all the time. Yep. He'd bring a C.J. Mosley in from Theodore High School, and the first day he was there, he'd have him calling plays at middle linebacker. He'd be leading the defense. We'd watch one freshman after another at that premier university winning all those championships now, stockpiling one or two ranked classes on top of one another.
Top-ranked seniors.
And the next thing you'd know is he was going to give a guy that deserved to be on the field a chance, and he wasn't going to come up with an excuse for why he couldn't play at a expectation of high level there for Alabama. We, even back to Gus Malzahn, you and I have done these shows for a long time, we'd go, why do we make excuses for freshmen? Why do we make excuses for guys that have been on campus 2 or 3 years?
Did Hawkins have an excuse for Oklahoma? He come right in there, and he didn't play the best. But you could tell he was limited in what he could do.
The 2 plays that he made, though, won on the football game.
Made 2 great plays, and he's a gamer. And you know what Brent Venables had decided after that Tennessee game is like, if I stick this other guy back in there, we know what we're going to get.
Yeah.
But I'm gonna ride with Hawkins regardless. And because those freshmen that are playing in this environment now in the SEC – most of them are Malcolm Simmons and Ryan Williams.
I think the thing that drives Auburn fans is 4th and 31. At home, we can hear the excuses on how far we're behind talent-wise.
But in the present, we were winning that game, and you just got to make plays.
Winning it
is over.
It was won.
It was over.
And Saturday, look at these stats. You think they're more talented than we are? Hey, I'm tipping my hat. Great game plan. We had 482 yards of offense. They only had 291. You take away 2 big plays, they only have 140.
Well, let me say this about a comment that Justin Mosley said right here, and I agree with him 100%. The era of the portal makes time even more of an afterthought. You don't have to – why, if you've got all these receivers – this is what we were trying to process. You brought the best freshman class receivers in that you've ever brought in school history. Why would you say, I'm going to wait a year or 2 before I go to the portal, when he knew that – and I had somebody say, well, it didn't – earlier to me today said, well, wasn't Peyton Thorne a portal quarterback? I said, yeah, he was. But I said, did you not see enough last year to know that – and then even in the spring that it probably wasn't good enough? He's the one getting paid millions of dollars to make the decision. I know I got these stud receivers, Cam Coleman, Malcolm Simmons, Perry Thompson, and I just brought KLS in, who might be one of the best receivers in the whole country, okay? That guy is unbelievable. I don't know who can cover that guy. And you're going to ride with the coordinator. Again, no offense to the ones we have, but you're going to put everything, you're going to push all your chips into the middle of the table on those guys.
Let me ask you that's not an Alabama fan.
Cam Ward, man, Cam Ward.
Who's the second best receiver at Alabama right now?
I don't know.
Nobody does.
Because nobody knows. Because the only one making any plays is Ryan Williams.
That's my point.
Guess who's
That's a freshman that should be a senior in high school.
And who's making all the plays for Auburn right now? Malcolm Simmons. And Cam Coleman has dropped passes, but he's made some pretty good ones. But he's had some issues catching passes. When Malcolm Simmons gets thrown the ball, man, he catches it.
Something good's happening. Yeah, I agree.
Same Ryan. So Ryan Williams and Malcolm Simmons, to me, are performing the best for both of their teams right now, and they're both true freshmen. That's including Alabama with a new coach in Kalen DeBoer. Let's quit talking about freshmen. These guys are capable of getting in there at this level.
If coached up.
High 4- and 5-star guys are capable of going in there and this isn't like it used to be when freshmen came in and you had to get acclimated. These guys have been on campus for 9-10 months. So, except for Malcolm, that's how good he is. He's only been there for a few months, and he's already doing what he's doing. All right, up against another break.